Alright, this is a quick video. Well, it's not going to be quick, but we're going to reassemble the regulator on the FX Impact. Alright, this is all the pieces here. I'm going to explain each piece. Alright, here is your the little washer, or you call it washer springs. Here's your Delaron piston. Alright, and there's O-ring here already replaced. Alright, the passage. Alright, let me show you how this works here real quick. Let me remove the adjustable, the regular adjuster inside. Alright, I already changed the O-ring on this. Right, the way this works. Alright, air passage will come through this hole. Alright, and with these two O-rings, it'll isolate this area here where this little hole is, right here. That's where the supply pressure comes in and comes out this little teeny hole. Alright, alright, the air comes in through this really teeny hole on the side here, beside the Delaron seat, to plug the end here, the supply end. Alright, it's actually like this. When air goes in, it goes into this little hole, and it goes into the regulator chamber of the regulator chamber. When it fills up a certain pressure, it will push this piston forward till it hits right there in the seat and cut out the supply end. Right, that's how it works. It's so small. I mean, dirt in there can clog it up even after a while. Alright, so I replace these O-rings here, the adjustable. Actually, this is the seat for this piston. When you reach a certain pressure, you build up pressure, you just keep pushing until these two meet and cut out the supply. Alright, if you turn counterclockwise on this, it'll make the seat further out. So this piston has to travel further to seat. That means it needs to compress all this little washer. It requires more pressure if you have the seat further out. Alright, then it'll shut. If you have it closer in, it doesn't require that much reg pressure to shut the supply. Alright, counterclockwise to increase, clockwise to decrease your reg pressure. Alright, this is very tricky when you assemble this. Alright, mine has a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, but it has an extra 11. I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that because it'll enable you to increase the reg pressure higher. I like that, so I'll just keep it the way it is now. Right, on a Cricket, sometimes I have an extra washer in there, right? But we'll just keep it at that. Alright, easiest way to do this, this has to go in there, your adjustable seat. When it bottoms out, back it out half a turn. That'll be our reference point. It's better to be under low on your reg pressure when you pressurize it. When it's low, it's easy to do counterclockwise to increase the reg pressure. And if you set it too high, you can't really lower because there's nowhere to lower the pressure because it's trapped in there and you're compressing it with this adjustable seat. So you can't see the effect because it's a dead end. There's a pressure there, and there's no way to relieve it to lower the pressure. So you have to bleed the pressure then adjust this piece, then reapply the pressure and test it that way. It's better to go under so you can back it off and adjust it that way to where pressure you want. 140, 135. Mine I set 135 on the 25 cal. Okay, this O-ring here has already been replaced. Another tricky O-ring inside where this slides in. Let me make sure all this stuff is in the video here. It's this size O-ring that seals this. It seals right, because the O-ring here to seal it from coming out this way, and O-ring here for sealing this area. Alright, when this piston's inside his O-ring, there you go. So it's sealed. When the pressure goes in here, this side is sealed and this side is sealed by this O-ring. So this O-ring is about an inch inside the cavity where this reg body screws in. So it's hard to get it out, and it's very easy not to notice it. So it took me at least 3-4 minutes just to put this O-ring back in inside the cavity, because it's so far in there, and you need a special pick. I made a little hook, and it's all bent because it's Foster quick connect here is in a way, so there's a special pick for it just to get this baby in and this baby out. So this poly one is leaking. If it leaks on your telltale vent, it's probably this guy leaking, or this O-ring here I replaced already is in there. It's the same size as the end of the Delron. Alright, so when the safe way to install this Delron, because it goes in a seating surface inside all the way to the bottom, and you can't see if it's going to hit this nicket here, and it's a soft Delron, so you end up bending this. You know, you got to make sure it's inside the cavity before this O-ring sits in there. There's a little tube that goes into, you know, so you got to make sure it's seated inside the bore where this seal is going to meet this O-ring. So the best way to do that, bear with me, this guy is so small. So all these O-rings are lubed, alright, and have it like this, completely straight as possible, not bent like that, straight. So you want screw this in and guide it till it's seated, and you want to screw this very lightly. If you feel any binding at all, this is not going in straight. If you damage this, I think it costs 20 bucks to replace that piece, but it's going to be a headache in you know, getting it, reinstalling it. So get it straight as possible and you screw it in. Alright, well, let me see if you can see the camera here. Let me try to screw it in. Alright, it's gonna make sure the camera sees me here. Alright, I gotta make sure there's I don't want to take it back out if I screw this in, so I might as well lube it up and get as aligned as possible. Alright, did have a scribe here. Oh, since there's the outer hex here, I can't get it in there because the middle adjustment screw is in there. So I'm gonna try it this way, because I want to screw in there really lightly. If I feel anything binding, I'm not gonna force everything in. When this is bottomed out, right, I'm gonna unscrew it back out and look at the Delron and the springs and make sure they are in there. If it's in there and I could see it, I'm gonna push it in, the rest of it inside. So look like it's in there. Alright, now I have to look in there, turn this upside down and look, make sure the springs, the washers are lined properly. Alright. Bear with me, guys. Drag on flashlight, because it's critical. You don't want to. Alright. Now I want to make sure it's in there. I'm going to push it in there slowly. I don't know if you guys are blurry, but there, I felt it go in there. Alright, now it's bottomed out, so it's properly seated in there, not bind. Now I put this back in. It's best to alright, it's just finger tight. I'm bottomed out. Alright. Then I'm going to back it off. Well, I can't back it off because there's no pressure in there. So I'm going to start out at the low end and pressurize it and adjust the regulator slowly. Alright. Alright. Now, I guess it's going to be a separate video in testing this. Alright, there's another piece here that goes in the back. Actually, they bore this for the supply end for your bottle. It's a passage your air supply. They bore this out. When they bore it out, you need to put a plug in there. That's what this brass piece is for. It's to plug up the hole when they drilled it. Alright, just finger tight. That's it. It's brass. You don't want to over tighten it because metal is not going to seal it. It's the O-ring. Alright, kind of a long video, but we'll make it a different section of it. So that's how you reinstall the regulator back in. Alright, catch your next video. Hold on, while we're there, there's a screw also that goes in here. Never put that back in. It's Delron seal right there. Right. Don't forget this one. If you know, forget this piece, you'll hear it blowing air right away. Well, anyway, got hard to find my tools here. I wasn't prepared to put that one back in. Well, you put, just lightly tighten that. Alright, if it leaks, you tighten it a little more. Alright, let's conclude this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Word of advice, don't mess with the rig. If it's under warranty, get the dealer, get an authorized repair tech to work on it. But unless you're really experienced, you know, you can work on it if you're in a boony someplace you don't want to ship it and you really have confidence, you know, in the task of resealing the rig, because it is complicated, it's hard to get to, and it's freaking small. Alright, catch you later.